Hey everyone, it's Christine coming to you today with our guest Matt here again. Today is June 3rd, and we're going to be celebrating Acne Awareness because it's Acne Awareness Month, along with also being our Pride Month here. Then we have our Juneteenth and Father's Day. Is everybody ready for Father's Day? Because I know I never am. Are you excited for Father's Day?
A little bit.
Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to do or you're excited for Father's Day?
Not a whole lot. Just spend it with my sons.
And you want to tell everybody how old your sons are?
Well, my oldest Ezekiel, he's 10. He actually turns 11 on the 27th of this month, and then my youngest Noah, he turned 6 not too long ago. So
Yay! Oh my gosh, they're getting older.
yeah,
They're gonna be taller than you soon.
hopefully.
They're probably already taller than me. Okay, so it's Acne Awareness Month, and so we're gonna be sharing a product today, whether you have it or not, because some people don't really experience acne, and then others of us who experience some of it, we're like, oh man, those people who don't experience acne, like they're so lucky. And then other people who have it really bad, they're like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't know what acne is. So, um, so what we're going to be doing today is sharing about the deep cleansing charcoal mask. Matt has not tried this mask yet. I have though, and I have really sensitive skin. So it's very hard for me to find products that don't irritate or dry out my skin right away. Surprisingly, even though I'm combo oily, I used to think just because I was combo oily and I had all this excess oil when I was stressed out, that it would just get rid of the oil, but actually it would strip my natural moisture barrier. So he does have a sample at home of the charcoal mask he'll be able to try, and we'll follow up later on with another video talking about your experience with that. But we're going to with this, actually, this is our war paint we use to combat acne or probably skin. And so Matt has more experience with war paint than I do because he used to play football, so he's going to teach me how to put on the war paint today. So go ahead. So let's see how we do that.
Yeah. So pretty much you just right here. It's almost like you're using the eye cream. It's kind of really it.
That's awesome. Okay, here's a paper towel for you so you can wipe your hand off. So I'm going to try this. Ready? And, that's what I always see in football. They're always like, ah.
It's actually really good.
I know. That was a nice even swipe right there. What?
It's better than me.
I have really horrible steady hands, so the fact that I was able to do that is, oh, I got like the side of my nose. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm gonna get right there. That's our war paint right there. And do people do two sometimes? Two stripes?
I mean, they can. It's normally just so that way it helps with the lighting, like if you sweat and everything like that. So.
Oh, so this is less of like a really like traditional like war paint sign thing, and it's more just a visual performance thing.
Yeah, just help with the shininess from the sweat or whatever off the sun.
Who would have thought that football was really theater right here? Because I did not know. Yeah. That is interesting. So yes, we're putting on our war paint to combat breakouts, big or small. And we're going to talk about this today, this product, because I have tried charcoal mask in the past and other brands. And personally, I mean, he would see me come home with like L'Oreal, with the Shea brand. And I'd be like, try this charcoal mask with me. And I would put it on. And afterwards, taking off those masks, my face would just be red, just beet red for like an hour. And I couldn't understand if it was like my skin sensitivity or just the problems I was having at the time. But honestly, I was like weirded out by it. And then my face would be dry and irritated for the next few days. With this mask right here, I've never had that experience. Even when it dries out, it never would crack or make my skin itchy at all. Do you feel any itchiness, any irritation? No. Okay. So this is really awesome because it's gentle for basically 2 to 3 times of use every week. It depends on your skin tolerance. and it will not make you uncomfortable. So say if you forget, you went a little over like 20 minutes, you don't have to freak out and think that, you know, oh my God, my skin's gonna be damaged right away. No, you have time to wash it off. It is a very gentle formula, and it's actually made with activated charcoal to pull 10 times its weight and impurities out of your skin. So you see, as it starts to dry, you'll see darker areas of the dried mask and lighter areas of the dried mask. The darker areas are going to be the oil in your skin, and the lighter areas are going to be the bacteria that's in your skin. So it's really interesting because it gives you a visual. It's kind of like a really engaging mask to put on. What's your first impression when you hear charcoal mask?
Pretty much just like the whole, like my whole face just covered with like charcoal, really, like, and peel it off.
Yeah, you think of the peel masks. When I think about charcoal, when charcoal masks first came out, I remember the story of my mother telling me when I was a baby, I somehow like disappeared, crawled off somewhere, and got into this cold cream and was just eating the cold cream. And when she found me, she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" They made me drink charcoal in the hospital to like neutralize, I don't know, whatever's in the chemicals or whatever. So that's what I think of when I think of charcoal. The first thing I think of right away is that. And then the second thing I think of is the smell when you cook with the charcoal grill. It's like one of the best smells ever. But charcoal is just, you know, there's so many different uses for it. And so you may ask yourself, you know, if I'm looking for a mask with my skin, you know, have you ever asked yourself, how do I decide what mask I'm going to use?
No.
No, because you don't think about masks.
No.
No.
As a man, no.
No, as a man, they don't think about wearing masks. Some men do, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
But personally, there are some people, we don't think about using masks, and when we do, we go, well, how do I know, is this the right one for me? Well, for instance, this is how you know this one might be the one for you. It's going to give you clearer looking skin. It's going to deep cleanse your pores. So if you have issues with like larger looking pores, you're going to have less oil and shine. So if you're combo oily, or maybe you're sweating during the summer, it's going to kind of help combat whatever like greasiness from that sweat. And then also what it's going to do is it's going to help minimize the appearance of your pores, and it instantly does absorb that excess oil if you do have it and reduce that shine. So it's, you know I just said that, but it's instantly going to start doing that. And then it improves the overall look of your skin clarity. And it's also made with navy bean extract, which is going to, since this is a physical exfoliator right here, it's going to, you know, put back moisturization or attract that moisture and retain it so that your skin isn't stripped or of its natural moisture barrier afterwards. So yeah, so if you have, you know, oily skin, combo oily skin, maybe you have larger looking pores, or, you know, your skin, you get sweatier in the summer, that's kind of, you know, what you would want to use to combat it. And so this is our war paint right here. Now, do you have a lot of acne experiences as a kid?
As a kid, no, not really. I mean, just from really just like playing football, honestly, just like around the chin, but that was pretty much kind of really it.
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of acne issues when I was younger either, but I did have problematic skin. I would always talk about how like uncomfortable I was with it, or if I did have blemishes, honestly, similar thing. I had a lot of blemishes right here around the mouth, which is interesting because as a kid growing up, you don't just think of that as something normal. I had it a lot because I played flute, and I had my flute always up here to my chin. So, you know, a lot of oil would get trapped right there. But also as a kid, that was very like something to be self-conscious of, because you're like, oh my gosh, people are going to think I have herpes. You don't even know what herpes looks like. Yeah, you see the look on his face right there. I just went, oh my gosh. So especially if you'd start getting it like around the mouth here. So as a flute player, I was very self-conscious of my chin area. I do have some scars here, you know, from having acne just around there. But everywhere else, I never had a lot of acne. So it didn't seem like I had acne issues. But this charcoal mask, ever since I started using it, has helped clarify my skin, help minimize my pores, and it feels like just a nice refresher. I don't use it 2 to 3 times a week. Honestly, I use it just when I feel like I feel a little gross that day. Like I woke up and it's hotter today, for example, so I've been sweating a bit more. And so, I also wanted to talk about the Clear Proof mask because it's starting to really get that hot summer. How have you been feeling with the heat lately?
No, not too great. Just kind of disgusting, sweating like throughout the day or anytime I go outside, really.
Yeah, I typically feel like, oh, I want to wash my face right now, but I don't want to like wash it too much and make myself all dried out. So I try to like not do that. So if I'm feeling grosser, it's hotter during the day, especially if you don't have AC. This is a nice refresher. You just put it on your face real quick. It'll dry. Is yours drying up? Do you feel?
Feels like it.
Yeah, I actually think his is pretty dry. So you can see by his, if you want to get a little closer to the camera here, you see how it's a bit like darker in those areas. You do have oil there.
Okay.
That's what your oil is going to look like. If you do have like wider areas popping through, you're going to see that's where the bacteria is. So let's look at mine. Mine does not feel dry yet. I think I put on a thicker layer, and that's probably why my my war paint came off so smoothly, because it was just a thick glob. But I'll show you mine in a second once it starts to dry. But yeah, we see that Matt has a little bit of oiliness right here. Do you tend to experience oiliness in your T-zone, or do you have more like normal to dry skin, you feel?
No, I don't know. It kind of just depends on the day, really. Like you said, the hot and how much I'm outside, really, and how active I'm being throughout the day. But
So yeah, as you could tell, like, I mean, those season changes, even if we don't have skin problems or we don't think we do, those season changes influence the way our skin feels or reacts anyway. So having these little things on hand just to combat those tiny instances, you might not need it every single day of the year or, every month of the year, but having that on hand for every, little experience in the year where you do have that discomfort of like oiliness or acne, it's right there. You can use it, and it's very effective and you feel good. So what do you have any questions about the charcoal mask since you haven't used it yet?
no, not really. I mean, other than just how long do I need it on?
20 minutes.
Oh, dang! I didn't know that one.
Yeah. But also, if you already feel it drying, and it's not even 20 minutes yet, you can still remove it if it's already dried. So it really just depends. If, like I said, if you accidentally go over the 20 minutes, then don't stress out. It's not going to mean like the world is at an end. Your skin's not going to fall off. You're going to be perfectly fine. Um, and another thing I wanted to talk about is 20 minutes seems like a long time. But if you think about, activities that you're doing throughout the day, um, 20 minutes actually goes faster than we realize.
Mm-hmm.
So if you needed to clean the house or something, you could slap this on real quick, vacuum a couple of rooms, take a break, rinse it off real quick, and then you're back onto your day. So it's probably like one of the more timely consuming masks, but honestly, the most time consuming part of it, which is not time consuming at all, it's maybe like a minute of just like smearing it on your face, letting it sit there because you don't have to touch it after that. You could just go on, do what you need to do, and then, the next thing that's the time consuming part is having to wash it off, which shouldn't take that long, maybe like another couple of minutes, and then you're back onto your day. Other than that, while that mask is drying, you could just, do whatever you need to do. Obviously, if you want to go to the store, that's your choice, but I wouldn't go to the store with this on, like the ladies who go with like the tin foil in their hair and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, how's your skin feeling, by the way?
I don't know. It feels like fine, I guess. Like I don't really feel anything other than it does feel a little dry, like right here.
Like it's getting tighter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I mean, mine's starting to dry too. It's in, it's very darker areas, and I have been experiencing a lot more oil, so you can tell it's drying dark. Yeah, this one's completely dry. You can see I could go like this, and I don't even know where the camera is, and you don't even see like any black come off. So, um, it's taking longer to dry right here, but I do have a lot more oil here. But you can tell since there's no white spots here that there's no bacteria right here, just mainly oil. You're starting to get a little bit of white spots right here. So he does, it goes from like oil to like that bacteria is being pulled out right there. But honestly, I'm not getting any discomfort. It's already dry. You don't see any blackness. or anything. So like I said, even if it dries before that 20-minute mark, we could just rinse it off. And anything else that you feel about this mask right now?
No, just other than the dryness, like just kind of interested just to see how it looks, like when it's all off and everything, see how my skin feels.
Yeah, we'll have to do a follow-up demonstration with us both having the full mask on and see, you know, what we feel like our whole entire face looks like after. But you guys, this thing is a little nifty bottle of of wonderful. It's refreshing. It feels nice. It's a deep cleanse. It's a gentle deep cleanse. So people with really sensitive skin that just acts up out of nowhere, like he'll look at me like 1 second one day and I look fine. The next second, you know, it looks like my skin just exploded and red blotches everywhere. And he'll be like, "Are you okay? Are you feeling fine?" I'm like, "No, it's just my skin." This stuff does not make that happen. I could rinse it off and it looks bright, it looks clear, it looks purified. I feel great. I feel, you know, like all that excess oil and weight is just out of my skin. So, you know, at $24, that's not bad. And a little bit goes a long way. So this thing I've had for over 3 months already.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's not even like close to being low. I think it's still right up to here. So, I mean, this stuff is nifty, you guys. So even if you have acne or not, or you just experience excess oil, or it's a hotter day and you just want a refresher, because no one likes to feel gross and sweaty, you know, this is the bottle.
Yeah.
Also, before we go today, I wanted to do a little question for you, just for the funs of it.
Okay.
What other areas do you think you could use this mask on?
Just your face, really?
So this is mere suggestion, but you know, as beauty consultants, we do get a little creative sometimes. You know, we're very aware of, you know, our body and what it's feeling, especially because we've had time to like sit here and learn and practice with stuff. This stuff, some people experience back knee. I've heard people, other consultants, directors have put this on their back to treat their back knee. Some people put it on their shoulders because sometimes they get, you know, acne on their shoulders. So I could literally just go like this. You know, if I wanted that acne to, you know, he's laughing. He's like, "What are you doing? You're putting that on your shoulders." It's just to show you I'm completely comfortable. I'm not going to say something and not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could put this, I've heard, and this is funny, I've heard, you know, there's a director that's put it on her armpits. She went, "What? It's detoxifying." No one could argue with that. You know,
if it works.
There's some people who want to have brighter armpits because after shaving for so long or this or that, you get that darker, like, kind of pigmentation in your skin. So there are multiple, and look, I'm already like, this is my bottle and I've already like ruined it with. Yeah. This is called creative art right here. Okay, this is me being artistic. Meow. So you guys, this bottle is bee's knees. There are different areas you can use it on if you need it. If you feel like that area needs to be brightened or it looks a little dull and, you know, it gets a little sweatier, you know, your back, maybe your shoulders, your face. That's mere suggestion, but first and foremost, you want to try it on your face, and this little thing is a miracle worker. And just for 24 bucks, that's not too bad, especially if it lasts you for like 9 months. So that is our share for Acne Awareness Month, you guys. You know, stay cool, stay hydrated, and, you know, let's fight the heat together. You have a wonderful June 3rd.
Bye, guys.
Bye.